Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the holiday, enjoy some good food, enjoy some family time as well. I definitely enjoy my time with the family and some time with the food as well. No, but seriously, hopefully everyone's also having a good weekend as a whole. For me, as you can tell, I'm rocking the Under Armour, so I had a chance to get out on the course, hit the course. It was okay. It wasn't the best day in the world, but it was okay, right? At least I'm out, right? I enjoyed the weather, enjoyed some good time with the fellas, so I enjoyed that, which is a good thing. But what are we reviewing today? All right, so I was thinking back. I have never reviewed on this channel a barrel bourbon or rye, right? So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off with Barrell Craft Spirits, and this is the Armida, the limited release. They only produced 3,700 bottles of this bad boy. When you think of Barrell Craft Spirits, so let's think of a couple things. So they're a Kentucky-based blending and bottling organization. So what does that mean, Bourbon Judge? Let's break it down. What that means is they're very similar to like Old Carter and also even Smoke Wagon, where they work with Kentucky-based distilleries, Tennessee-based distilleries, and Indiana distilleries, or if I'm thinking, probably MGP. And truly, they're very open about it. They source all their bourbon and ryes. They make rums as well, but they source all their bourbon and ryes. They're always a variety of different age statements, right? Anywhere from like 8, 10, up to like typically 15 years on the most part, right? So it's always various different ages in any type of release that they put out. And then also you have, they're kind of blending it together, but it's always at cask strength, right? So again, very similar to like Old Carter, always at cask strength. So they're giving it to you full, no water added, none of that nonsense. All right, so that's that. Started back in 2013 by a gentleman by the name of Joe Beatrice, and he's been doing this thing for 7 years. When you think of Barrell Spirits, there's a couple that come to mind. They always have like different releases, right? Like release 23, which is just a couple of years ago or a year and a half ago. Release 24. Dovetail's been out there for a while. So Dovetail you'll see, all over as a whole. But this one, again, they only made 3,700 bottles of it. Similar to the majority of barrel bourbons, this one comes in right at $90, which I was actually kind of surprised, honestly, for a couple reasons. A, it's a limited release, which a lot of their releases are limited, but this one was definitely a limited release. And then also, this one is finished in 3 different casks, right? So they're obviously all bourbons, right? So they used 3 different bourbons. They took one from, and then they finished it in Pear Brandy. They took another barrel, they finished it in rum, and another barrel, and they finished it in Sicilian Amaro cask, right? So you're probably gonna get some bitterness from that Amaro Sicilian cask. So you got a blend of 3 different unique flavor, different liquors, if you will, and so forth. So this should be interesting. Enough with my talking. Let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy. So you're probably wondering, Bourbon Judge, why did you buy this bottle? Straight up, I am a cigar smoker, and when I'm smoking a cigar, while I love cask strength, I also like a little bit of sweetness as well. So I figured it's finished in Pear Brandy, rum, and Sicilian Amaro cask. This should be nice and sweet and smooth and go well with a cigar. So that's the reason why I got it. But I also want to share it with you guys, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get to this nose real quick. So I should say this one comes in at 112.10 proof. And this particular version, they're pretty upfront. They'll always tell you if it's coming from Kentucky or Indiana and so forth. This one is actually coming from at least a distillery or distilleries all in Tennessee. So this is Tennessee bourbon that's then finished in those 3 different casks. All right, let's get into this nose, folks. Not bad. So it's essentially what you would expect, right? You have a ton of pear, some peaches, some apple, very floral, very fruity. The bitterness from that Amaro cask is coming through. You can also smell the rum too in the background. It's actually a really nice blend of those 3 different barrels that they use. They're all there in their own distinct way. Okay. Very, wow, this is just tons and tons of fruit. Your pears, your apples, your peaches, some cinnamon in there, some clove. No traditional bourbon, honestly. No traditional caramel, brown sugar, none of that. You're not getting it. A little vanilla, but that's probably about it, honestly. Wow, okay. All right, well, as we say, I didn't say it thus far. If you haven't done it thus far, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone out there watching. And as we say, cheers. Salute, my friends. Ooh. All right. Get a nice long finish. That 112 proof is standing up and saying, I'm here. What's up? Let's do this. That's a nice long finish. It's nice. But, you know, I got a little bit of left here. And you guys know me. I never, ever leave bourbon in a glass. So let's go ahead and finish this out. Wow. Whew. That's a nice little kick to it. See those legs just kind of going down? It's beautiful. So, straight up, you guys know me. I'm going to give you a straight up, honest answer every single time. An honest verdict. The verdict is in. This is a split decision. All right. So, I have to give you the reason why, right? Bourbon judge, just keep it real. The reason why this is a split decision for a couple of reasons. Is it a buy? Is it worth $90? I honestly think it's worth, about 75, 80 bucks, maybe not 90, about 75. I think it's a bit pricey, in my opinion, right, for the quality. It's really good, but I just think that it's, you know, when you have bourbon and everyone's doing the bourbon in different casks, like your wine, your ports and so forth, right? You can still tell the bourbon is there, right? With this, all I taste, for the most part, is the rum and the peach brandy. I don't really get a ton of bourbon notes, and that's the reason why I gave it a split decision. I actually like it, to be honest with you, right? Straight up, I like it, but I don't love it. And I don't think that I'm drinking a ton of bourbon. I'm drinking brandy mixed with rum, in my opinion, right? With bourbon almost in the background, right? And that's the reason why I gave it a split decision. I don't think it's really worth the hunt. I do think it's a good bourbon rum finish type, brandy rum finish type of a bourbon, but I don't remember it as a bourbon, right? So that's the reason why. As they say, folks, thank you for watching the channel. I appreciate you guys and gals more than anything. Peace out. Later.